Hey, I want to welcome you guys to JG&T again. This is kind of my first start on kind of like kind of a series on, and the whole purpose of this channel. And so the whole purpose of the channel is bringing mental health awareness and really working with people to try to get through things. First and foremost, if you can, to really help us out, if you guys can hit the subscribe button, leave a like or a comment, because it's kind of the way to help build this organically. I'm not going to go out and I'm not going out and kind of spoofing doing different things. But the whole point of this is to kind of bring awareness in different ways to connect and help people. I'm not a mental health expert. I've just been in the classroom for 13 years. And so in order to build this up with people, and as we kind of go through and do certain things, I need that kind of build up of the network and communication. We're also on Twitter at JG&T or JockGamer&Teacher. And so follow me there on Twitter. We also have a page on Facebook. I also stream nightly kind of on Twitch, or whenever I can on Twitch, to connect out and reach out and talk about it there. But the whole goal about this is to kind of bring awareness to mental health, be able to open up channels of communication with parents and kids to kind of get stuff earlier. So you don't have to wait to the last second where it's like a suicide hotline thing, because there's steps that we can take way before that to get there. But the reason it's embedded in gaming is kind of gaming helped me through when I dealt with it. Because the reason this is near and dear to me is I dealt with depression for years, and really serious, to the point where, that last ditch kind of thing kind of almost took place. But I really have a heart for this. I really, watching my kids go through this, it's been a struggle. And so moving forward, this is kind of what this is about. So some of these videos are going to be on here about this. And so this is kind of the first part in that. And the first thing we really want to look on and go through is talking about ways that you can kind of connect either with your parents, or if you're just as a parent, connect with your kids, to start identifying some of the simple signs that we start to notice within the classroom, to where we kind of go, okay, something ain't right, or I notice because I feel it and kind of seen it. And the first thing is just connecting with them every day, and just saying, hey, how you doing? How's your day? And kind of reading that reaction, because there's subtleties there. Sometimes, it's just kind of like, but that's not like, people think that's typical and that's teenager, but if you're getting that and it varies and the tone's different, the eyes are different, and we see those different types of things, that really starts to flag things for us, because it just takes subtleties and behavior. And if it's on a constant low of like, that develops a pattern. And it's not because anything you did or the kid did. Most of mental health is genetic. Mine is genetic. I have ADHD. I'm an introvert, and I have generalized anxiety and extreme levels of generalized anxiety. I missed 80 days, my 60 to 80 days, my seventh grade year, where I literally was throwing up every day. And they thought it was like an intestinal different type of thing. They tried to do all these different types of things, but this wasn't a thing back in the day. It turns out, I'm 36 now, and about 3 years ago, we really tried to figure out what was going on. And then just within the last year, I've fully medicated for everything I'm dealing with. But that connection is the starting point to really connecting with your kids, and knowing just different things. But it also, even if a student, and I'll tell you this because I've had so many students tell me this, they're like, Mr. Williams said whatever. And I'm like, no, tell me, what's real? What's going on? And so they're like, well, and I'm like, all right, talk, okay? But they don't realize that it's okay. Mental health is okay, and there's ways to deal with it, but we have to connect with these kids, and we got to deal with it, and adults deal with it. I didn't really deal with it till my 30s, because my wife was loving and caring enough to point that out. And I didn't enjoy it. I used to get in situations where I got so high up on my anxiety and stress and all this type of stuff, I'd black out in the middle of an argument, and I couldn't handle it. But me making the point in all this, and me talking about this is that we need to start identifying these little things. And these little things start with getting a baseline with kids. And you need a consistent thing every day with kids to get a baseline of their moods and seeing major swings or consistent lows. And we go from there. And so that's just kind of my first thing I want to bring a point to here. As I get moving forward in this, I'm also going to kind of start develop gaming reviews, but gaming not typical is gaming reviews based in for moods. and where you're at in life and things going on in life, and have a different rating system based upon a happiness level, a sadness level, an aggressiveness level, and things also communicating to parents what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And so as we move through in all these videos, that's kind of where we're going to get to. Now, all my videos are raw and uncut. I'm starting to get my equipment and stuff in, but I'm still missing things to where this is not going to be a full edit. It's not going to be polished. You're not even going to get me fully polished, or I'm going to, be all nice. And because the reality is, this is reality. This is how I talk to my students, and this is how I get real information from my students. And you don't let up. Don't let them off the hook. But don't pressure them, but let them talk. But let them be real and know that no matter what they say, it's okay, and you're not going to take offense to it. And the kids got to know it's not okay. And my students know they can come to me. And then we work with it and we go through it, and there's a procedure and a process. It doesn't have to be notified at school. It doesn't have to be notified through the doctor or just through the county. If we can find it early enough through friends, if this is your friend and different things like that, please connect out with them. So I'm going to leave it here. This is a 5-minute video. Sorry if that was longer than, it needed to be. And these are going to kind of shrink down and go quicker. But, if you get a chance and you really, like and believe in this type of thing, my goal is to build this up into a nonprofit to where half the profits cover my expenses. The other half goes to giving back to kids. So if you got a kid dealing with a bad thing and a bad day, we can give them a digital code for a game, or you can give it to you and you give it to your buddy, to where, maybe that game is kind of just something that gives them something as they go along while they're going through the process of things like this. And so I really, gaming is going to be his biggest platform in the 10 years. It's going to pass up Netflix and all these things. All the data and statistics show this. And so I want to start embedding these things in now to where we can use it in a healthy light and reach out and communicate. So if you like what we're doing, subscribe, like, comment, give pointers and advice, things to think. I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional expert, but I'm not going to sit by and wait till I have perfect equipment until I have a psychology degree. I work with kids daily. I'm a mandated reporter. When we see things, we report it. We're required to notice these signs. And so it's about noticing, identifying, and moving from there. Anywho, I appreciate you all. Hopefully you're all doing well. Share this out. Follow us on Twitter. Hit us up. Send us messages. We have a Facebook page. But for JG&T, this is out. Peace. Good times. I love y'all.